Yeah. Hello,
Yes.
everybody. Welcome to Darksiders Comics. How are you doing? Hope you are safe and well. I'm here with my friend Base Marine. This is our first
Hello.
video together, and we want to talk about comics. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We are the reason we are doing a video because we have a similar love of comics, and we met on Twitter. And we exchanged some chats and DMs, and we got together and said, "Hey,
Here
let's
we
make."
are.
Yeah. So where you come from, Base Marine?
I live in the Netherlands, just like you.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, where I come from the beginning for comics, or
Yeah. Sure. What is
yes.
your
Okay.
how do you
Uh,
get into comics?
at a very early age, I found a stack of comics on in the basement from my dad. It had a lot of old comics, but they were all the same kind. We don't have a lot in the Netherlands, at least not in
Yeah.
Dutch.
Exactly.
And this is one of the comics that I liked very much. In English it's the Blue Blouses. It's a comic series, an ongoing comic series about the Civil War in America. Uh,
Yeah.
every
Nice.
comic tells a story of a different battle, and it's very funny. So, and
Okay.
that actually got me into comics. And after a long time, I stopped following it because it became a little bit. Yeah, you had to wait 2 months sometimes for the next one and the next one and
Yeah.
the next one, and at some point it dried out for me, and I went on to different things. And then I found Ethan Van Sciver. I bought this comic, Blood Honey. The
Yeah.
most people know it, and it instantly got me back into comics. And yeah, here I am. Right now,
Yeah.
I'm even working on my own project. So it's
Nice. Yeah, we can talk a little bit later about that. I have a
it's
similar story. Well, not my family has a love for comics. I discovered comics, I don't know, when I was 7. It was my first Fantastic Four, black and white edition. And I grew up with reading Spider-Man, Superman, the Marvel DC brand. Only those were the Dutch versions with another publisher. And then I believe mid-20s, mid-30s, I was going to read American comics, and there were very few and far between that I could get those comics. And I just, every week, 10, 15, 20 comics, years and years. And then, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago, I just stopped collecting them. It wasn't fun for me anymore because it was a little bit weird. Um, I had the feeling that I maybe was growing too old for reading comics. That's what I told myself, and I didn't like the stories anymore. I just bought them just like snacks, every week or every month, new comics, read them, throw them aside, on to the next one. And I don't know, man. I just maybe was burnout on comics, so I stopped. But I, was reading on comics. It still was in my head, but I wasn't collecting it anymore. And then suddenly, years later, I discovered on YouTube the channel of your boy Zach. It was then Diversity in Comics, and I just watched them, and he has an unusual way to express himself and make videos, and that, I don't know, it resonated with me. And then he said that he was doing a crowdfunding, and I was thinking to myself, what crowdfunding? I know isn't that the scamming side? I hear a lot of people scamming when it comes to crowdfunding, so I was a little bit hesitant. And then he showed me Jawbreakers, the first one, with the cover of Ethan Van Sciver. And yeah, I had to, I don't know why, but I took the plunge. He convinced me with his videos and how he talked about comics. and this passion that is, and I backed it, and it took a while before I get it, of course. So I don't know. It rekindled a little bit my love for comics. I had just discovered Ethan. I discovered Adam Post. I discovered Clint Stoker and John Malin and people from War Campaign. I didn't know what War Campaign was. So they're completely different faction. But then I watched videos, and then I ended up backing more and more and more projects on Indiegogo. Comicscape project, also non-Comicscape project, because, well, I love comics. I just want to read them. And and then I suddenly, as of now, I backed 32, I'm sorry, 32 projects as we are speaking. And I'm back into comics. I don't collect a lot of new comics anymore. Mostly older stuff from DC. I love DC a lot. Trade paperbacks, graphic novels, that kind of thing. But I also discovered, other comics from IDW, Dynamite, Image. So I don't know, I'm just broadening my taste. And the thing that I got was one of my first books that I really, really love that is not Indiegogo. That's this one. It's Ragnarok from Walter Simonson. Walter Simonson is a legend in the comic industry. He did a lot of comics for Marvel back in the day. And I heard he does Ragnarok, and I watched some stuff on the internet, and I just bought it just on the fly. I don't know why. And I read it, and I was in love instantly.
The same thing I had with Cyberfrog, I think. So
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah. So what attracted? What was the attraction for Cyberfrog in your case? What was it? Just the what Ethan was selling, or the character, or the art, or both, or what was it?
I'm not really sure yet because I didn't. Well, the way I came to Ethan in the first place was a bit different than most people because, well,
Not really.
through Star Wars, I came in contact on YouTube with Geeks and Gamers. That's how I know Anna, Cecil, and at some point they started the High Council with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and Ethan did that as well. So at some point he started telling people that he was working on his own comic because he left his former workplace, let's say it like that.
Yeah, DC.
Yes, and he was telling about Cyberfrog right before he quit the High Council program. And at that point, I was like, hey, what's that? So, yeah, I sent a super chat asking about it. And he told people about what Cyberfrog was and that it was something that he created before he started working with the big companies. And that he was going to pick it up again. And he showed a little bit of the art. And it was, very compelling. Let's say it.
Absolutely.
The images he showed were very, I had to know more. And everybody who knows Ethan knows that he's very good in selling his product. So, at some point, at his last day for the High Council, he told everybody when the campaign was live. And I started following Ethan's channel himself. And that's how I backed Cyberfrog, the first comic in years that I bought. And after reading it, I was instantly back. And from Ethan's channel, I learned to search for more artists, and that's how I came to a list of right now 16 comics that I backed this year.
Nice, nice. And then, did you have a background in American comics, superheroes
No,
instead of Dutch
but
ones?
no, I knew the weekly Donald Duck we had in the
Yeah,
Netherlands, but
yeah,
that
bro.
was kind of it. That
So you
we
completely missed the 90s, I guess, or not? The 90s era of comics.
yes,
Oh
yes,
my,
that
oh my God.
I
Yeah,
uh, I knew a few common comics in the Netherlands, Asterix and Obelix,
yeah.
Suske Wiske,
Tintin.
the Blue Blouses.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah, we had a lot of European comics from Italy and Belgium,
yes,
and that was our universe, comic universe.
yes,
And mostly of them, a lot of them are coming out once or twice a year. We don't have monthly comics except for the smaller ones. But real comics, no, no, no. That it's
no.
still not a thing in the Netherlands.
No,
We
in the
all
Netherlands, it has never been a thing, and it
no, not
probably
really.
never will.
No.
So yeah,
And when people say,
it's
"Hey, do you what do you do?" I like to read comics. They look at you again like, "Do you have the Black Plague or something?" It's
yeah. How old are you? 6.
yeah, exactly.
That's kind of the reaction you
Right?
get. So yeah.
Yeah, and
And it's very strange because in Belgium and in France it's very big at the moment, but in the Netherlands it's never been, and it probably never will because everybody looks down at it like it's some children's hobby.
yeah, exactly.
Words with pictures for children who can't read that good, so that kind of thing. That's the
Yeah,
common reaction you get to it.
yeah,
So
yeah. They all say, "Well, it's always the same story: good versus evil." Yeah, well, that is almost
yeah,
every Hollywood movie as well. That's
yeah.
right.
The
It's
funny
weird.
thing, by the way, the Marvel and DC universes, I didn't even know I knew them back then, but my first thing with Marvel and DC were the movies of Batman, uh,
No, really.
the Iron Man, the old Spider-Man movies.
Wow, that
Those
was the introduction to the Marvel and DC universe.
yes,
Really?
and I
Man,
learned through
what did
Ethan's
you
channel
here, man?
that they were originally comics. I didn't know that.
Oh man, weird. So weird. You missed so much good comics back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
but the American comics, there were a few translated in Dutch here in the Netherlands, but you
yeah.
didn't look for them because we don't have comic shops. So you
No, not
have a few
anymore.
stores that sell comics, but only a select few, and that's only what is
Exactly.
produced in the Netherlands.
Yeah, there were only a handful of real comic shops in combination with the European ones, but they are all gone. They're all gone. So
Yes.
if I have, I want to buy a floppy, and that's why the comics called right now, and then I have to go to a comic shop outside the Netherlands, and then we all always pay shipping a lot. For so a comic like $3 or $5, we have to pay 5, 10 shipping's cost, and
Yes.
every time you add up more, you have to pay more, which is logic, but it's a
And as
very
soon as the
people
cost comes
in our country
above
and
25 euros, you
yeah,
also pay to get it into the country.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's terrible. Um, I hear people, like you said, complaining about the shipping cost. Oh, $10, shipping cost way too expensive. Well, you don't live in the Netherlands or Europe. We pay 25 till I don't know 30, $40 only on shipping. So we
Yes.
always pay double or more for one book.
Yes.
But fine.
And if it's a more expensive book or several books, you also pay to get it into the country. That's extra money you have to pay
Yeah, if
on
if
top of the
more than
shipping.
5 or 10 kilos, I presume. I'm not entirely sure, but if it's amount of weight, then you have to pay more extra. Yeah,
Yes.
it's wow. So, but you, how did you explore explore? What am I saying? Comicsgate. Did you go on Twitter? Were you on Twitter before you discovered Comicsgate, or was it the other way around?
I was on Twitter before, but I didn't know about Comicsgate. That's
Hmm.
through Ethan I learned more and more, and after
Yeah,
that I started searching myself
yeah,
because he had people on his shows, and you start to look at what they say, so you search them out, and
Hmm.
that's kind of how I got in contact with a part of Comicsgate. But a few weeks ago, I posted on Twitter a message that I was kind of new in Comicsgate, and I backed a few books that I was really happy about.
Yeah.
And in a few hours, I had, I don't know, 60 people telling me about new projects and in-demand projects and
That's great.
everything. Everybody, not only fans but also creators, telling about their and other people's projects that
Yeah.
I might be interested after seeing what I backed already. So
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I mean, for people in countries like America, it's the most normal thing. In
yeah,
comics, the whole world, it's normal there.
yeah, and
And
I was like, "What's happening to me?" Thanks.
yeah, and well, it's me also. I mean, it was so weird that when I got on Twitter or on Comicsgate or people talking to people on Comicsgate, like Adam Post, and he said to me, Marinus, that's my real name. He said, "You go on Twitter, make yourself known, promote comics, like people who also on Comicsgate. Just do it, and then you discover new things, and later make a YouTube channel." Well, the YouTube channel is what we are doing right now,
Yes.
and but I had waited for a bit, so I don't know how to present myself on Twitter, what to do. So I, copied some people who are also promoting and look what they're doing, and that's how I'm doing what I'm doing right now, promoting comics almost every day.
Yes.
Um, and people like what I'm doing, and then I'm okay. I'm doing something what people like. I get compliments. People talk to me about comics. Hey, I got a new project. Do you want to promote them as well? And I go, oh, well, that's cool. People trusting and liking what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep doing that. And because I want people to succeed, because you are doing a crowdfunding, I'm doing a crowdfunding, but I can't speak much about that right now. But I want people to succeed, even though I don't back comics. They're comics because I have a limited budget, and I just want them to succeed. It makes me happier somehow when people on Indiegogo that are 60 or 70% funded, and they have only a couple of days. And I don't know, man. There's something in my head that I want to push those people on Twitter. Buy them, support them, share, retweet. I don't know, something like
Yes.
that. And then when they hit their goal, yeah, I don't know. It makes me feel good inside. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
I tweet out projects that I backed and that I personally still want to back, so
Hmm.
that I feel strong about.
Yeah, and
And
do you have a few lines that you are want to talk about that you are really like?
you mean projects that I still want to back, or that I
Yeah, well,
backed already?
yeah, because you made a decision to back a few comics that you like, and
Yes.
I was wondering what kind of books you like because I absolutely don't know that, of course. So what do you backed and why did you back it?
Now, of course, I backed all three the Cyberfrog projects:
Sure.
Blood Honey, Red Planet, and Unforgettable Tales.
Yeah, me too.
One and two.
Yeah,
I also backed Through the Woods and City of Venus from Vinny Tartamella.
yeah,
It's
yeah. Hardcover.
personally, I really like the art. It instantly jumped out to me. Yeah,
One moment. Let's share that because maybe a
which
lot of
one? City of
people.
Venus or Through the Woods?
Yeah, no, let's go to Vinny's Through the Woods because maybe there are people here that absolutely don't know what we're talking about. So let's go into Indiegogo. And
Okay, you want me to share it?
yeah, if you have it, yeah, sure.
Okay, opening up the page right now.
Yeah, and tell me what you liked
Okay, share
and as well
screen.
for something that I like.
Yes. Okay. I'm
Yep.
sharing the screen.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh, well, it first starts with yeah, of course, the video. I don't know if we can show it, but
Yeah. Why not? Just do it.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You can hear the sound.
Not really.
Okay. Maybe share it again.
Well, can you make the video bigger?
Yes. Oh,
No. If it's
share
not
audio.
working, then we can talk about the comic itself, of course. No problem at all. So, what do you like? How did you meet Tucci? Is it more like through Indiegogo, or did you still watch some of his videos? How does it work?
Vinny.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, he was on stream one day with Ethan Van Sciver.
Oh yeah. A
Uh,
while back. Yeah. Promoting his book.
After that, I saw him again on a stream from Adam Post and Dan Frega, and I looked him up because he was always Dan Frega always lets everybody talk about the project before they go off,
Yeah. Exactly.
and yeah, it was I don't know how to explain it.
It
He was
just clicked.
talking about it, and
Yeah.
it was very yeah, intriguing. The
Oh, it's a
story
good
he
looking book.
told. How do you mean?
It's a good looking book. High
Yes,
quality, as I saw it on the video. Let me see if I can bring it up. The
I
problem.
think I have it with sound this time.
Okay. Well,
Can you see it?
wait a minute. Let's do it.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Okay, let's watch the video together.
Yes.
From Frankie and Vinnie Tartamella comes Through the Woods, the collected edition. This edition compiles the 3-issue miniseries into one solid volume for fans of Through the Woods and newcomers alike. Written by Frankie Tartamella and fully illustrated and assembled by Vinnie Tartamella, Through the Woods is an esoteric ghost story that will leave you haunted yet fulfilled.
Nice. Looks really good.
Follow investigative reporter Laura Langley as she unearths the tragic history of her newly inherited home and cabin in North Hudson, New York. This is a tale that started 100 years earlier, when this very land was a loggers' camp in the early 1900s. Laura's investigation finds her learning of her family's past and accidentally reawakens a restless spirit. Find out what else is haunting the pages of this completed series. If you missed the first campaign, this is the perfect chance to get your hands on this epic ghost story. This is the fable of an investigative journalist caught in the middle of a ghost story. A tale that started 100 years ago.
Nice.
Don't miss this second chance to take a midnight stroll through the woods.
So this is a collected edition from the.
Yes. He has this perk is already sold out, but it was containing three books,
Yeah.
three separate editions that he combined in one collected edition with hardcover. That's
Okay.
this one here.
Mm-hmm.
It's on its way to me right now. So,
Let's
but,
hope so.
well, Vinny has he ships always with the tracking code, so
Oh,
I can follow it. And I got a few days ago, I got a message that it was in our country, so
Yeah.
shouldn't be long
Okay.
now.
Wow. Oh man, you have to
Uh,
show it on the next stream, man. I am really curious
yes.
how it goes.
Here, this is
Yeah.
the book itself.
Yeah.
It's 89 pages in total.
Cool.
Yeah, it's when I looked at it, the art, it's so detailed. Everything, the backgrounds, the leaves from the trees. It's not just a smush or one
No.
color. It's all everything has detail. The wolf with the teeth and the hair. Everything you can.
Cool.
Everything is identifiable for everybody. It's
I like
so
the cover. Yeah, it's
yes.
very cool.
Yeah, of course he draws very beautiful women, of course.
Hey,
But
that's a good tell. Absolutely.
yes,
Yeah.
but he also has tutorials on his YouTube right now that how where he shows how he draws women. So that
Awesome. Awesome,
many
man.
people ask for it. So
Yeah.
that but it's everything, man. It is the use
Yeah.
of color is
Yeah.
very it stands out. The art itself is very it speaks for itself. It doesn't even need uh yeah a text balloon or anything. That
No, it's very expressive. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
what I miss with a lot of other things, like here as well, you can see the anger and the fear in the faces.
Yeah. I love that.
Usually it's very bland, or maybe the mouth or the eyes are a little bit different. But
Mhm.
this comic really stands out because of the art. And yeah, I had to back it, of course. And
Yeah, but also the colors. I mean, the colors is also it really pops. There's a lot of brown in it, but it complements the art. I mean, it's in the woods, of course. There's a lot of brown with
yes,
brown sheds, of course. I really like it.
yeah, and even though it's very colorful, it also keeps that mystery that he tries to put in the story comes partially from the art.
Yeah.
It's not just the story. The way he draws it, even though he uses bright colors here and there,
Mhm. Yeah.
it every picture shows the mystery of the story that it tells.
Exactly. And do you have another book that you say, hey, that is really cool that you want to back or that you have backed? Would
Yes.
you recommend?
I'll go up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking for mine as well. Indiegogo
Let's
has
see.
a
This
first.
one I backed.
Let me see.
She,
Okay,
A
can you
Return of the
can
Warrior
you
from Billy Tucci.
oh she yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
It,
I knew she from the 90s. She did a lot of crossover with Vampirella, Red Sonja, etc.
okay,
Nice.
yeah, I never knew
Oh,
it before, but
yeah.
I backed this cover. Yeah, it stood out to me more than the others. This one you also have in red here.
Oh yeah.
But personally, the white was better for me
Hmm.
because yeah, this is
I love the red as
personally
well, man.
the
Yeah,
yeah the white stands out more for me. It's
it's still in demand, right? Or is it closed? No, it's
yes,
still.
it's I think so. He is when you see the updates, he is working on fulfilling them since the past weekend, but it is
Okay.
still in demand. Yes.
Yeah, and Billy Tucci is of course a veteran in the industry. He always delivers, always.
Yeah.
And his new campaign looks also great. He does he
Yes,
has
Miss Fury.
Miss
It's on my
Fury.
list for. I really want it, but the shipping is really high, so I hope that
Yeah,
it
what?
goes a little bit down if I wait it out till it's a little bit less problematic in America. Let's call it
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The shipping
But,
costs
a
terrible.
lot
So
of projects to
on,
Europe are being held right now
how
in
many?
America.
How many?
I have 3 projects in on an airplane in New York, sitting there for 2 weeks at the moment. So
Oh, yeah.
one project, one book I backed is somewhere in Chicago for at least a week now,
God.
and they all haven't moved. So
Yeah, I know
I
that.
assume it's the current problems that are going on there, but you never know.
Exactly. Yeah, I have the same problem as well. I mean, I backed Vestige. People are getting their books all over the place, across the country. So I hope it's on the way. And Battle made a knuckle bump from Kyung Lee. I really like that one. I'm very interested in this one. I'm going to share mine.
Yes, I'll stop sharing this one.
Yeah, see if I can do that. I'm just new to this, guy, so bear with me. This is the first video, so we make mistakes a lot. Double check. How does it go? Here, and then click it a click. This one. Mortal Worlds. Super soldier discovers that man's first ancestor is our final descendant, a being of ultimate evil, made by Michael Endon. And he has fulfilled his campaign. What I like about this comic is it's the art style. It has an art style I haven't seen in a long, long time. People say it looks like Kirby. Well, there are some Kirby-esque art in there, but to me,
The
book in the night.
the right perk, when you scroll down a little bit,
This one,
looks almost like yeah, the
features the top one.
sand colored cover, I think.
Oh, this
It
is the
looks
art.
almost a little bit like some project for Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. This, by the way, an art book. So this is not a comic. It's not an
Yes.
alternate comic. There's only one comic, with, as far as I know, one cover, and this is the comic and the art book perk. And yeah, I bought it because
You see
the
that more and more, right? That I
art book,
heard.
love art books. Yeah.
I heard Eric Weathers is offering an art book with Battle Brick Road. Vinny Tartamella is offering an art book with City of Venus. That,
Well, yeah, I like art books because it shows what the artists can do and how they develop the story through art. And I like, the beginning till the end. The penciling, the inking, coloring, the whole shebang. Concept art, I really love that. It is, for me, very educational. Speaking about art, this art reminds me of an Image comic called Godland. Godland was an Image run for I don't know how long, but it was like a godlike being, human. And the art is done by, probably butcher the name, Tom Scioli or something like that. And he has a similar art like this one, and that reminds me of it. So I talked to him a little bit in private because there was some color things that I didn't like. And like this one, there was too much green in my humble opinion. I mean, let's see here. This is the character in the middle is green. Oh, he changed the color of this. Oh, that's cool. Okay. He
maybe
liked
because you talked to him.
maybe. It
You
would
never
be
know.
nice. No, it was to me a little bit too green, but that's my nitpicking. I backed the book right after that, and because I really, really wanted it. It looks really cool. And then Cheryl Rodriguez also worked on the book. And here's the art. I mean, look at that, man. Great action. Awesome. Way to get it. More art. Great popping colors.
There's a bit
All
of
right.
old school computer game vibe. What was it? Unreal Tournament.
Now you're reaching,
some
man.
area. No, that some areas like where go a little bit down.
I don't. Not
Down?
everyone plays Unreal Tournament.
No, but here, a little back.
You mean the character? Oh, you mean this one?
No, the second panel from above on the right side. Those areas that has a lot of the old school game engine vibes. That
Oh, okay. Like the backgrounds, you mean?
yes,
Okay. Cool.
it's funny. You see that a lot back in comics from nowadays. The
Well,
art.
comics and games are always complement each other in a lot of ways. I mean, there are comics that, after that there will be a game. Like this one, I really love this skull bill, the abomination of devastation. Cool name. Awesome. Stretch goals. Nice. Yeah, this one is I really liked. Yeah, and there are of course a lot of other ones. What I particularly like, maybe I can find it a little bit.
Here, Peregrine.
Yeah, Peregrine. Yeah,
Once I found that project, I had to have it. So
yeah,
I practically bought it the moment I found it.
Yeah, let's play the video, and then hopefully.
Yes.
What happened to our heroes?
You can hear it?
Yes.
I think
Cool.
my father simply decided that the world needed Silver Falcon more than I needed my dad.
Can anyone step up? Your heroes are dead. Can the world endure? They're gone. Without the icon? Is there anyone left who can take up his mantle?
How did I only realize now how wrong I was?
48 full-colored pages of superhero action.
What path should I choose? Going forward.
A return to the kind of comics that we know and love.
I'm ready.
Featuring illustrations by Douglas Franch, who has worked on X-Men Blue and Halo Escalation. Interior colors by Farah Nurmaliza of Door Kickers, Superhero, and College of the Dead 2.
Oh, cool. Didn't know that.
Now
Wow.
available on Indiegogo.
Yeah. Where else?
The art looks amazing, man.
Absolutely.
The whole concept of the story of rebuilding the superhero genre. That's
Yeah, because
I wanted to be part of backing it. So.
well, you
Although
still
I did consider maybe waiting until it was in demand, but
Yeah.
I already backed it. But
nice.
I didn't want somebody to shave their head because of a stretch goal.
No, let's not do that. I mean, the cover, man, and the colors. Wow, man.
Yes, I bought this cover. But,
yes, the cover A, the original cover. Yes. Exactly. I bought the secondary of the last one from Preston Azevedo. Still butchering that name probably. The painted one. This is also a cool.
It's this one.
Yeah, I really like this one. Can I?
Personally, I chose cover A because it's all the people that are in the book. The cover B and C both have.
Yeah.
They may be the same character, but they look different than in the book. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope this gonna continue.
They said last night on a stream that they have plans for follow-ups. So.
Oh, really? Cool. Yes. So it's not really a one-shot. Nice.
No.
Cool.
That's probably why they tagged the campaign with rebuilding the superhero genre. That's
well,
more
because
than
when I saw this statue, I thought, hey, that's Superman. I mean, it looks like him. Yeah. The Spit Girl has almost the same pose. Of course, it's not Superman, but it really reminds me of it. And yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this was, no longer it was black and white. Now it's colored. It really,
yes.
really counts, man. It really. Really love it. Shading, the coloring. Probably she has another costume on the cover, so probably this is maybe her first costume that she's gonna change later, I guess. Not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for
There
those,
were a few panels with dialogue, and I thought they said that it was something her father put together, but that she had to work on still or something. But
yeah,
and that's what it's going to be.
yeah, awesome, man. Really love it. Really love it. So for those people who are new to comics and but really want some, something new, go to Indiegogo, search for comics there. There's a lot of people make great, fantastic comics, and yeah, I cannot recommend that enough. And if you want to talk about people, go to Twitter, do hashtag Indiegogo, and there are also a lot of people who are loving comics, want to talk to you about comics, and build a
And of
community.
course, give us a follow. Dark Side is Comics and Base Marine.
Oh yeah, also. Where are you? You are gone. Here you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Well, this is exciting. So, Base Marine, it was fun. Let's make another video next time together.
Yes,
And
of course.
yeah. So everybody, if you want to follow us here, please share, subscribe to my channel. This is a very first video, as you can see. It's all new to us, but we're going to make more videos about comics, about Indiegogo. We talk about projects, we talk about creators. We're going to promote comics and also non-Indiegogo projects as well. We probably going to do review or opinions. I mean, review is subjective, so let's do more of an opinion video or something like that.
And of course, as soon as my Through the Woods copy is in, we are going to review it here. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I didn't have the book or back the book, so you have to tell me all about it, how great it is.
Yes. And it's still in demand, so if you like it, you can still back it. So
for those who think that's a good-looking book, back it, man. Go to Indiegogo, search for Through the Woods or the other comics that we are shown here. Comics, yeah, all the creators' comics. Follow them on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Darkside is Comic and Base Marine. If you have any questions, leave a comment in below, and yeah, let's hear what you are thinking about this video. So, hey, till next time. Stay safe. Bye, people.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.